Hello, and welcome to the Quickstart tutorial for Puzzler for HFPS. In this video, we're going to be covering the puzzle type Exchange Item, which allows us to exchange one item for another item. Here, in the demo scene, we can find the Exchange Item setup underneath the room Bedroom. So if we click on the Exchange Item puzzle, and then go to the scene view, we can see the Exchange Item setup right here. All major puzzle features are handled by the Puzzler handler. In this case, we're going to be looking over the Exchange Item setup for this puzzle interaction. Here, in the General Options area, we have a few values that allow us to control how the puzzle interaction actually occurs. These values have been covered in the previous videos of the single and multi-item puzzle types. For the Exchange Item puzzle type, items are not handled in the Item Options area, but instead handled in the Exchange Options area, where items are set under the Exchange Items. Here, inside of the Exchange Options area, we have a few values that we can use to handle the exchange interaction. To start off, we have the Use Type option, which allows us to set if it's going to be a single or multi-use interaction. For instance, if we only want to be able to exchange one item with this interaction, or be able to use this to exchange items over and over again. Below that, we have the Exchange Type option, which allows us to set if the exchange item that we receive will be auto-added to the player's inventory or created in world space. In this case, on the spawn point of the transform that's assigned, it will be created right here at the bottom of the vending machine. If the exchange type is set to auto add, we'll be able to show a pickup message similar to general item pickups. It will show up in the bottom left hand corner and say you picked up and then the name of the object. Here on the pickup text, we can assign what sort of message we want to display when the item is auto added to the player's inventory. In this case, we're going to be referencing a value from the game text table. The game text table can be found here under Game Data, Game Text Table. So if we go up to the value interact.pickupMessage, we can see that it's showing picked up. And at the very bottom, we are going to cover the exchange items, which gets a little more complicated, but is still pretty straightforward with the settings that they have. Accepted items for this specific item exchange can be set here under the item ID. This allows us to set what items will be accepted for the item exchange. It can be a single item, or you can have multiple different items which will still be accepted but return the same exchange item. So for example, if I want to have the old coin, the fish conserve, and the med kit be accepted as exchange items to receive back the cola drink or the soda. The item that you will receive for the exchange is set right here under the exchange ID. This is the item that you will get for any item that is returned under the item ID. So if I put in a coin, I will receive back a cola. Custom data values are similar to item pickups, where it has a pairing of a key and a value. This is useful for things such as the VHS tapes, which store certain values on the key and value that are returned back for that item's usage. Below custom data, we can set if we want the item amount that's added to the player's inventory for the exchange item randomized. So if we go random amount and then we adjust the range for something like this, then the amount that's added to the player's inventory will be randomized between 24 and 55. Last but not least, at the very bottom, we have the onExchange event. This event fires whenever an item is actually exchanged. In this case, we're triggering an objective to complete. The objective that we're triggering here in the event is the same objective that is set in the objective options. As you can see here, we're showing objective updates under the objective ID of 6, which is the same ID set in the complete that we're triggering on the event. This allows us to show the update for that objective based on the objective ID that we're setting. Here, inside of the interaction options area, we can see that the values are pretty similar to those of the single and multi-item puzzle types. The difference in this case is the select text and the empty text now reference values from the game text table. So if we go over to the game text table and we go down to puzzle, we can see that we're using puzzle.currency and puzzle.noCurrency, which is returning back select a currency or you don't have any currency. Keep in mind that similar to the multi-item puzzle types, the interaction type can only be open inventory for the exchange item. Auto detection is not available for multi-item puzzle types. And at the very bottom we have the sound options area. These values have been covered in previous videos such as the single and multi-item puzzle tutorials. If you're interested about these values, feel free to head on over and watch those videos. And that covers the major features for the puzzle handler on an exchange item setup. You can obviously look over the layout for the setup of this puzzle, such as the interaction, the objectives, audio source, models, and spawn points. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope this video has been enlightening on how to set up Puzzler for your projects. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to drop a comment below, message me on Discord, or send me an email. As usual, thanks for watching.